Hello everyone. So in this video we will be creating this beautiful restaurant website. Here as you can see that we have these navbar and we have this many options, and this will be completely responsive as well. You will learn how to build this beautiful carousel slider without using any library. And not only this, you will also be building this draggable slider. You see this draggable slider, and this will be completely custom logic without using any library like Swiper or any other library. And you will be making it reusable, means that if you use it here, you can use it here as well, and this will not affect our code. So this will be completely reusable. You can use as much as you want. And here you will learn how to use the gradient with Tailwind CSS. So you will be creating beautiful gradient as well, and you will definitely use this font awesome to use this symbol, the Indian rupee symbol, and at last this dark footer as well. So guys, yeah, this is about the project, and let's see its responsive version. So as you can see, this is completely responsive, guys. See, look at that. This is completely responsive, and you can see this is working fine here as well, like this. And look at that, this will be a completely responsive website. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So here I have set up my IDE. You can use IDE of your choice. I will be using VS Code. I created index.html, and I have inserted these CDNs. Either you can take it from the source code link that I will provide in the description, or you can simply go to Tailwind CSS CDN by searching from Chrome and this font awesome CDN, and copy this all.min.css file. Alright, so let me know if you face any problem, and I'm leaving this on you this time so that you can learn. Okay, I have already taught this in the previous video. You can watch that as well, but this time I want you to do on your own. Alright, so I created a script as well. Here nothing is there, absolutely nothing, and these images you will get in a zip file. I mean, you will be getting the Google Drive link, so don't worry about that. So yeah, this is the whole setup, and now we will start some coding. As you can see, so now this is a completely blank page that we were viewing because I had already built it. Now I will be building it again, and I will be showing you how can you build it. And I opened this using the live server. You can just right click and just open with live server. You can do that so that you can see the live changes here. Alright guys, so let's get started. Alright, so I will start with some configuration. Alright, so within this head tag only, I will be adding a script tag, and here in this script tag what I want to do is that tailwind.config equals, so here we are configuring our Tailwind CSS theme, and inside this theme I am only going to extend this. I am not going to modify anything, and I am here extending the colors, and the primary will be set to something like, let's FFC 400. This will be the primary color. I mean, you don't need to memorize it. I just memorized it, but you don't need to. You can copy from anywhere. Alright, you can select any primary color of your choice. Sorry. So yeah, this is the configuration. Let's start with the body tag. Alright, class. Here what I want to do is that width will be full for sure, but max width will be 7XL. Alright, and margin X will be auto. So this will now stay in a container. Okay, by this will always stay in a container, so no matter how wide the screen is, your website will not tear. Alright, now you will know why we are doing this by building some components. So first I will build a nav bar. So I will create a nav tag, and here in this nav tag what I will do is that I will insert some classes. Before inserting some classes, what I will do is that I will create a div tag here, and here I have my logo. Alright, so I have my logo and I will name it Spice Torrent like this, and I also have another div, and in this div I will be rendering my items. Okay, so here I will have a div tag as well, and inside that I will have an a tag pointing to hash only. Let's say this is home, and let's copy this again. This will be for restaurants, and this will be for the cart. Alright, this will be for like login. Alright, so this will be login, and this will be sign up. Okay, that's it. And now here I will start adding some classes. Alright guys, so I will add some classes. In this navbar, what I will do is that width will be full and bg will be primary. Okay, height will be 14, padding will be 2. Okay, z index will be kind of ridiculous because I just want it to display over anything whatsoever. Position will be sticky, will stick to top. So if you want it to stick to top, so add sticky and top 0 class. Definitely display flex, items will be center, and justify will be between. Justify contains space between, and this looks extremely weird. I just hate it. Look at that. Oh man. 2 times flex. No. Okay. Now here we add a class. So text will be Excel and font will be cursive. So as you see, it displays like this, and font bold, let's say. Okay, bold font is good, and flex item center, but we are not going to add any kind of logo as of now. Okay, we are just going to add a name. If you want to insert logo, you can do that yourself. Now let's add the class and id to this one. So id will be nav items because I'm adding id because I want to select it in the script. I mean, I can select without id as well, with the class as well, but anyway, id is unique, so I will select by that only. Now I will add a class. MD will be flex. For tablet and large, it will be flex. Okay. Otherwise, it will be flex call basically, and usually it will be hidden. Okay. For MD, it will be flex row. Otherwise, it is flex call, and font will be definitely semi bold. Here you see text SM for sure, and let's say position will be fixed, but for MD it will be static. Okay, static position for larger devices. Z index will be 90, and top will be 14, left will be 0. Okay, and MD will be width max, otherwise width will be full. So width will be full, for MD it will be max content. Okay, and text will always be black, and background will be primary, and items will be center, and wrap amongst the items will be 3. Looks good. Now what I want to do is, here I want to add class cursor pointer mx auto, because I want it to be in between, and width will be max. Here px will be 4 and py will be 2, like this. I will be copying this and insert everywhere. See, like this. Okay. Now what I need to do about these buttons, login and sign up. So for login and sign up, what I will do, VG will be black for login and text will be white, rounded will be LG, and here PX will be 4, but PY I want to keep it 1, let's say. So see, this is small and looks really good. I will copy this and I will be pasting it here. So for this sign up, I will keep BG as white and text will be default to black, as you can see. Now looks good, and let's give some shadow as well. So here the shadow will be like shadow LG. Okay, so yeah, this looks elevated kind of. Alright guys, so this is a style for our nav bar on the larger devices, but what I do is that if I do kind of like this, it is fine, but for if I zoom in, then see nothing is being displayed. So I need to add a button for the toggle button, hashtag nav underscore btn. So this is the nav button, and class for MD it will be hidden. So on larger devices it will be hidden. Now here I will add font awesome I.fa solid.fa bars.text to Excel, and see we have our beautiful button like this. Okay, now on over I want text to be white, transition all, see, like this. Looks good, but what about the logic now? How will you insert the logic, Lucky? So let's get started with inserting the logic of making this nav bar working. Okay, yeah. Here I will add, this is very short logic, const nav btn equals to document.query selector nav btn, and here it will be underscore const nav items plus document.query selector nav underscore items, like this. Now what will I do? Nav btn dot id event listener click. I am using the tab9 extension, you can use that as well. Nav items dot class list dot toggle. Toggle means that on click of that button, either the class will be removed or will be added. If it is present, it will be removed. If it is not present, it will be added. And One more thing I will be writing here, that here we will also toggle the flex class. Okay, like this. And believe me guys, that's it. See, the nav bar is now working. You can add padding here, that's your choice. Okay, I just want to show you the functionality. Okay, so yeah, for now let's make it like 100% only. That's our navbar component guys, and now we will be starting to build our carousel. To build the carousel, I will first create a skeleton. Okay, so what you need to do, just see. I will not be adding any kind of IDs. Let's add a div tag. So carousel position will be relative and overflow will be hidden, because you don't want images to display, right? I mean, outside of the page. Width will be full and MX will always be auto. In case you want the width to be less, the MX will be auto. Okay. Now I will add the slides. So dot carousel inner, and here display will be flex because horizontal alignment will be there for the images. Dot transition transform, because they will slide, that's why you want smooth transition for transform. And dot duration will be 500 milliseconds for that transition. Alright, and now I will add one slide. Now dot carousel item dot width full, and here what I will do, I will insert an image img.w full for sure, h will be auto, object will be cover, and now I will teach you how to use the aspect ratio. Okay, aspect ratio by default it will be 32:9. Okay, however for mobile devices it will be 16:9. Alright, this is it, and now I will be repeating this code. And image 1, image 2, image 3. Okay guys, like this. But here you see that all of these images are being displayed. Why? Oh, I almost forgot to add one more class. Flex shrink 0. Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted to add. So this will not shrink basically. I did not want this to shrink. Again here as well. Okay. Now where are the other images? I want them as well. Don't worry. So now I will add the navigation buttons. Button and hashtag prev. And here we will have a font awesome, class FA solid and FA chevron left. Okay, copy, and here chevron right. Here the class will be absolute, top will be 1/2, and left will be 4, VG primary p will be 2, rounded will be full. Okay, not bad. And actually px I want to set it to 4, so this looks circular now. Okay, you can add width and height as well, that's up to you. And here transform and minus translate y 1 by 2 like this. So this is now completely in center. Okay, like this we do, guys. Text always black. And one more thing, if it is disabled, then opacity will be set to 25. Okay, so now disabled, then see like this. I will copy this class. I will insert it here. Here the ID will be next, and here the only change will be right will be 4 like this. Nothing else you have to do. Now we will be writing the script for our carousel. Okay, so get ready, guys. Const carousel inner equals to document.query selector dot carousel inner. Okay, again carousel items equal to document.query selector all and carousel item. So we are selecting an array of items. Set the prev button, document.query selector prev, and next one like this. Okay, let current slide initialize with 0, so 0th slide, and prev button dot disabled equals to current slide triple equals to 0 like this. So see, this is now disabled. Okay, now in order to update the carousel, I want to create one helper function. Update carousel, and here const slide width, the width of the slide we are capturing. So carousel items 0 dot client width. You can use the client width property to capture the width. Carousel inner dot style dot transform equals to translate x minus current slide into slide width and then px, because you will always get the width in pixels, so you have to transform it in pixels as well. Now we will disable if it is on the current slide, so let's copy this. If it is on the 0th slide, not the current slide, sorry, like this. And for the next button disabled, what I want to do is that current slide triple equals to carousel items dot length minus 1. Okay, now it's time to add some event listeners. For next button, I will add next button dot add event listener. Click. On click of the next button, if current slide is less than the carousel items dot length minus 1, if we are not on the last slide, then we will proceed. Otherwise, current slide equals to 0. If we are on the last slide, then set it to 0. Update carousel like this. Okay. 1, 2, and but we are already disabling it. So this condition was of really no use. But if someone edits our HTML, then we can do this. There is nothing for the prep button, so I will add an event listener to the prep button as well. I will copy this prep button. Current slide is greater than 0. Then the current slide minus minus. Otherwise, it will be equals to carousel items dot length minus 1. Means if we are on the first slide itself, then it will move us to the last slide. Let's test it out. 1, 2, 1, 2. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Our carousel is now ready. And one last thing I want to do is that window.add event listener on resize as well. If it resizes, then also it should update the carousel like this, and done. So by this, if your window resizes, it will not affect your carousel. Okay. So here, as you see, if I do this, okay, here what is happening? I will need to refresh the page in order to make it work like that. But anyway, this is working fine. So that misalignment was because we zoomed in between. Okay, for that reason only. So don't worry about that. Yeah, our carousel component is ready. Now we will be proceeding to build the slider component. So to build the slider, I will add one section tag. Alright. So in the section tag, what I plan to do is that I will be adding a full width and a margin first. Width will be full, margin Y will be 5, and max MD PX will be 5. Okay, so on smaller devices, PX will be 5. Like this. Inside this section, we are going to do magic. First, I will be creating a heading. So I will add a h2 tag, and in this h2, I will be like exciting offerings. Okay. Now, the class that I want to give it is padding bottom will be 4 at first because border B will be 2 and border gray 300 like this, and text will be XL, width will be full for sure, and font will be semi bold like this. Okay. Now this is it for our heading. Now I will create a div tag and the real game will start. Exciting, and here I will add class. Class will be slider container. Okay, and slider container position will be relative, width will be full, and Y will be 5, and MX will be auto. Okay. Now I will add a slider dot slider, and flex gap will be 4, Heading bottom will be 4, overflow X will be hidden. Alright, and here I will add one card component as well. So we will be moving that card to the script, but before that I need to build that card. Okay, so I will be building it dot cursor grab dot flex shrink 0 dot width will be 60 I am giving, dot bg will be white, and there will be border as well, border gray 200, or okay, let's not give border, I will give shadow XL or LG, okay, LG only, and dot overflow will be hidden, and rounded will be LG as well. Like this, there will be an image will have width 100%, object will be cover, and aspect ratio will be square, okay, or rather 4:3, image 1, like this. So now I will have another section dot heading will be 4 and text will be sm h2, and there will be the title. So title will be like test dish, and here I will add a title property as well, so this will display a tooltip, like this. Now I will be styling this like not in the title class. So font will be bold and text will be LG, white space, no wrap. What is that? What kind of thing is that? Overflow will be hidden. I will show you what it is. Text ellipsis. Ellipsis. Now what did I do just now? If I write something like, let's see, you will see these 3 dots, okay? If the dish name is large, then you will see these 3 dots, but you will definitely see the full name in the tooltip if you add the same thing here. Alright. So see, like this. But anyway, I don't want to keep such long name. Now what I will do is that I will have a p tag like this. It will display hr.my3 and I will have a price section as well. p dot text screen 600 dot semi bold, and here I will add I dot fa solid dot fa Indian rupee sign, like this. What if I have something here like this? It can work, but I will add here only, so it will be like this. Okay, here it will be I will add masala dosa. So masala dosa is rupees 50 only here in India. Okay, again hr.my3 again. Now there will be preparation time as well. Speed.text gray 600. Preparation time, let's say 50 minutes. I mean 50 minutes is too much. 10 minutes. Okay. Now I will have one more hr.my3, and here I will add the button, or I will take from the nav bar only. So I will take these two because I want to insert two buttons here. Okay, here not width max, width will be full. Okay, same way here, and these will be the button tags. Type will also be button. Okay, the same thing I will do here. Type will be button. Like this. Let's give some margin here, MT3, and here BG will be first text will be black, BG will be primary, font will be semi bold like this, and the button will be for ordering now. Order now. This will have BG red 500 and text will be white, font semi bold, and this will be for add to cart. Alright, like this, our card is ready. Now what I need to do is that I need to implement the functionality of slider, but before that I also need to build the navigation buttons. Okay, so I will first build the navigation buttons, and that I will copy from carousel. I will copy and I will be inserting within this slider. Okay, here let's also give a card class so that the readability is easier. As you can see, these buttons we inserted. Now let's start adding the logic of the slider, and this is going to be even harder. Okay, so you need to take utmost care, because not only we are going to create this slider from scratch, but also going to bring the data from an API. So you will also learn the API integration and the asynchronous operations using JavaScript. Alright guys, so let's start. Const sliders equals to document.query selector all slider, and I will create one helper function check slider buttons. And the reason I am doing this is because I will keep track of these, whether I need to disable these or not. Okay, so const slider equals to slider container dot query selector slider, means it will select the very next element, and const prefbtn equals to prefbtn, and const next btn equals to slider container dot query selector, next BTN, like this, and slider, no, not slider, here will be BTN dot disabled equals to slider dot scroll left equals triple equals to 0. If the scroll left is 0, means we have not scrolled from the left side, then the previous button will be disabled. If you want to disable the next button, then there is some mathematics. Slider dot scroll left plus slider dot client width is greater than or equal to slider dot scroll width. Okay, like this. And here what I will do is that math dot seal. I will do this so that I make sure that we make it an exact match. Alright, the helper function is now ready. Now let's get started with the functionality. Alright guys, one second. So here let's keep track whether we are dragging it. So let is dragging equals to false. Initially we are now dragging it using the mouse. Alright, now let start x, starting is undefined, let scroll left, starting is undefined as well. Okay, so for every slider, this is how you will make these reusable. Sliders dot for each slider. Now your component is reusable. What I will do, I will add the event listeners. Before that I need to select some elements. So const, I will copy from here basically. Here, and not like this, but like this. Okay, and one more thing, that okay, anyway, now slider dot add event listener. On scrolling over this slider, what I want to do is check slider buttons, slider dot parent element, like this. Okay, so yeah, on scroll it will automatically detect. Now slider add event listener, mouse down, E means event, so is dragging equals to true. So when the mouse is down, it means you are dragging. Slider, not slider basically, start x equals to E dot page x minus slider dot offset left. Okay, it means that the page x axis minus how much you are offset from it. Okay, that is how much it will be dragging. And scroll left will be slider dot scroll left, like this. Now for mouse leave, what I want to do, I will copy this and here it will be mouse leave. Okay, and its dragging will be set to false again, and I will remove these two things, nothing else. Another event listener means mouse up, so for this mouse up again its dragging will be set to false, and here nothing else will happen. And for mouse move, what I want to do, here I will be keeping the track of his dragging. If we are not dragging, then do not do anything. E dot prevent default, prevent any default behavior. Now const x means x axis, so E dot page x minus slider dot offset left. Okay, I already explained you above. Now const walk, how much you have walked, x minus start x, and this is the movement difference. Okay, now slider dot scroll left equals to scroll left minus walk. So this is the updating the scroll position as the mouse moves. Okay, so these are all the event listeners for the slider. Now event listeners for the buttons. Prebitian dot add event listener, click. On click, what will happen? Slider dot scroll by, for left it will be minus 300, because for previous button it will be scrolling in the previous direction, and behavior will be smooth. Now for keeping the track of the buttons, we will add a set timeout function, will be 500 milliseconds, and here check slider buttons, here you will add slider dot parent element, and let's reduce this time further. Okay, let me copy this and this will be next button. Now from the left side you will be moving forward now, and yeah, the same thing again. So these are the event listeners for the buttons, and at the very last what I want to do in this, check slider buttons, slider dot parent element, like this guys. That's all you need to do. Okay, here. Now what I want to do is, see, currently we cannot scroll this. Okay, it is not scrollable at all. So you don't worry, because now what I want to do is, let's first check if there is any error here. Going to the console. Okay, script 88 pre-btn. Okay, oh shit man, ref btn, next btn, and okay, I need to add actually these need to be added as classes. Big mistake. Not at all. Everyone makes mistakes, okay, so that you don't worry. Now you see these buttons are disabled, so the slider buttons are being checked for sure. Now let's do some API integration and you will be completely amazed. Okay, you are going to learn a lot of things here. Const exciting equals to document dot query selector hashtag exciting, and here again I will add a query selector dot slider like this. I want to do this for one more section, so I will add one more section here. This section will be for the European. Okay, now I will copy this. Const European like this, guys. Now I will do API integration. So in order to do API integration, you use the fetch function, JavaScript fetch, and I will be using the dummy JSON https /dummyjson.com/recipes/ okay. Dot then means after this API has been hit, what you need to do. So I will return rest.json, means I will return the response in the JSON format. After I have returned the response, what I want to do, dot then I just want to receive the data and console.log, I want to log that data. Okay, so here I will be moving to the console and see this is the data, limit 30, and these are the recipes. Okay, so vegetarian stir and these things we can add. So now what I want to do is that I want to create one card component. Okay, so I want to create one card component, and there I will be adding this HTML, the card HTML. I will be adding function card component return this, take any recipe as parameter, and here it will be like r dot image r dot name and description. Let's keep it like this only. Even I just want to reduce it. And is there any price set? Let me see if they have set any kind of price. User ID, this prep time is there, price is not there, so don't worry. prep time minutes. So r dot prep time minutes. Okay, just this, guys. That's it. And now what I will do, exciting dot inner HTML plus equals to data dot recipes. Okay, because you see in that object we have the recipes, and dot map our component dot join because I don't want any comma to come in between. And as you can see, this has been added. Now let me remove the default cart from everywhere, and from here also I remove. As you can see, guys, look at that, guys. Okay, oh shit, I did not change the title. R dot name. As you can see, guys, now this is working. Okay, and yeah, why the click is not working, let me check. Slider or scroll by, and this. Okay, pre btn is left minus 300. Okay, pre btn, next btn, and the classes. Okay, silly mistake, guys. Here also I want to one second, I have added here only exciting offerings. And here I will be, let's change the title first so that we can differentiate. So let me debug that. Oh, I need to add one helper function, I guess. So let's try. What I will do is that let's add a helper function. Function initialize slider buttons slider container. Okay. So I will do some copy pasting here. I will take some code from here. Some code I will copy from here. And at last I will copy the code from here. Okay, and now I will be using this function here in this API integration. So initialize slider buttons exciting dot parent element. It works now. Okay, like this. So same we will do for the European as well. Recipe slash tag slash. You can always go to this dummyjson.com website to get their REST API. As you can see. So yeah, our slider is working fine, guys, and it should be completely responsive. So if I just increase the size, yep, it is responsive. Okay, it is responsive, so we don't need to worry about anything now. This is how you build the slider, in fact the reusable slider, guys. Okay, so yeah, now we are going to build that subscription section where you will learn how to use the gradient in Tailwind CSS. In order to build the subscription section, I will create one section whose width will be full, whose background will be primary, margin top will be 10, and px will be 10, and py will be 5, and text will be centered, and text will be black. Okay, here I will add a div tag, free delivery with premium plan, like this. Now here I need to style this now. So text will be always Excel, text will be white, font will be bold, and max MD. For smaller devices, text will be SM, shadow extra large. Now BG gradient to R, BG gradient to R, and from orange 500 to orange 800. Okay, rounded, let's say full, and px will be 4, py will be 2. Okay, and yeah, width will be max contained, mx will be auto for sure, and let's say margin bottom is 6 for 24. And look at that, this is how you create a gradient in Tailwind CSS. First, BG gradient to R means from left to right side will be the gradient. So from left means from orange 500 to orange 800. You can write any color of your choice, let's say blue, like this. Does it look even better? I am not sure, but let's keep it like this only. And now some like for decoration purposes, MB6 max MD, text will be extra small, lorem ipsum, and at last text will be 5XL. This will always be 5XL. Font will be bold, and width will be full. Text will be center, and my will be 6. So just I.fa solid.fa Indian rupee sign for just ₹99 per month. Look at that. This is all done, guys. Okay, so the subscription section is now done. Now we will be making the footer. Now let's start building our footer section. Footer, hashtag footer. Okay, and let's give the ID of footer as well here. So it will be scrolled. Now class I will give bg gray 800 and text will be white. Okay, like this. Now what I want to do is I will add another div tag dot mx auto dot max width screen excel dot space y8 dot px4 dot py16, and for like small devices px6, and for larger devices space y16. Okay, now another div tag which will only have classes for small devices, small flex, small item center, small justify between, and here I have a div tag. This div tag will have a logo, primary, font, cursive, and text will be 4XL and font will be semi-bold. Spy Story. Like this it should display. Alright, looks good. Now what I will do is I will be adding a UL tag. Okay, UL tag. In this UL I will have li. In this li I will have an a tag. In this a tag I will have an I tag. So in this I tag, I will only add one social media. Like this only. So your class empty will be 8, flex, justify will be start, wrap will be 6, small empty 0, sm justify end. Okay, and now for this a tag I have classes like text gray 300 and over opacity 75. Here you see like this, and there will be transition. Oh wait, yeah, it's minus plus 2. So it should be smooth over basically. Yeah, now it is working. So yeah, this is it for the footer. Uh, okay, let's add one more social media. It will be Instagram. Alright, that's enough, guys. So after this, what I'm going to add is a grid dot grid dot grid calls one dot wrap 8 dot border t dot border gray 100 dot pt 8 dot sm grid calls 2 dot lg grid calls 4 dot lg pt 16, like this. Alright, I will have 4 div tags, and here what I will do is that first I will add a p tag which will have text gray 100 and font medium features ul dot empty will be 6, space y will be 4, and text will be sm li tag and a tag dot text gray 300, like this. So features can be like restaurants, another feature can be categories, and third can be locations. Okay, like this. If you scroll, so it looks like this. Okay, so I will copy and paste this here, as you see, and here I will add company. For company, meet the team, and about. Okay, now here helpful links like what we can say, contact, and here it can be FAQs, and at last it can be a live chat as well. Alright, and now legal, accessibility, and let's say return policy, and it can be refund policy as well. Finally, I will make p.text access dot text gray 500 and copy 2024 spice to run all rights reserved, and look at that, our beautiful footer, and this is completely responsive. Okay, so yeah, that's it from the video, guys. You know, this is it in our project. So as you can see, this beautiful project, if I zoom out, then it is in a container, and that is why in the body I set max W7 XL, so that no matter how wide your screen is, this will always, stay in a container and the website will not tear. Okay, like this you can see, and it is working for sure. And you can look at this, you can zoom as well, and it is completely responsive. So thank you for watching this video. I will be providing you the source code, the assets as well. Yeah, meet you in the next video. Bye.